and fast tutorial on how I got the Ableton to be able to control LV1 and actually get the correct tap tempo. So all I'm doing here is I'm basically sending a same MIDI clip that's just quarter notes being sent out, and then of course it's going to line up with the actual BPM of Ableton. That is getting sent out down here to the MIDI is going to Bomes MIDI Translator. So that's all that's really happening inside of Ableton. I do have these set up so that they are not supposed to loop. And the reason for that is after 2 hits, you're in time. So 4 is a good safe way if you keep doing it. Part of the reason why LV1 was screwing up before was because it was getting constant MIDI clock. So you also need to make sure that inside of Live, if you go to your preferences, that you have all of the sync for anything, especially like your network session, if that's how you're sending it, or like the sound grid device. You need to make sure sync is turned off, because that's what's sending MIDI time code directly over to it, and that's what's screwing up, because LV1 doesn't know what to do with all that information because it's a lot, and so that's why it's been off. So turn sync off, make sure that this is going 4 beats, and then send it to Bomes. We go over to Bomes MIDI Translator. That's where this tap tempo I have set up right here. We're going to go to incoming, is just an on note, and then it's going to be the note that you have coming from Ableton. You can do even capture MIDI and have it sent over there just to make sure you have the right one. But then we need to make sure that the MIDI ports that's coming into is selected as the same one that you have coming out of Ableton. So I also have swallow MIDI message, so it's not going to pass this message on, but basically it comes in here, it triggers, and then it doesn't go anywhere else. After that incoming one, the outgoing message is going to be a raw MIDI system exclusive message, and it's literally going to be this note at 127 and the same note at nothing. That's what basically equates to a full button press inside of Ableton, or inside of LV1. So when this fires, it's going to hit 4 times. It's going to send this message 4 times at the actual tap tempo. This is the tap tempo button inside of LV1. So if we go to LV1, first thing we're going to go to is setup, and inside of the MIDI controls, I have this set up for scene show control, which you guys, this is well documented and you know of already. This is actually coming in on Mackie. So I have it coming in network session 1 because it's actually coming off of another computer. But whatever you have Bomes sending out on, that's where you want to put this input in. You do need to have an output port, so I have the Wave sound grid because I have nothing plugged into it. You also need to make sure that this global function 1 through 8 in global view is in here. After that is set up and done, it's basically going to tap. You won't see anything in here other than a change, but I'll put it at something crazy. And if I start playing a new session, so I have this next song is set up at 85. This one's set up at 70. Let's see, let me get to a different song. And it works like clockwork. It is right on the money. Don't have to worry about anything being wrong. It is literally in time with your LV1 session. So that's how to do the tap tempo. I'll do another video here quick about some of the other cool stuff that I was doing with the foot switch to be able to toggle between acoustic and electric guitar off of the foot switch, and then also being able to mute my effects and my auto-tune stuff or whatever, all from a foot switch off of my foot controller. And then that same stuff is going to be for all the mute groups and the user groups as well. So hope this helps, and feel free to leave any comments below. I will leave this down inside of the stuff for you guys to be able to see, and then we'll go through all of the notes and stuff for the MIDI messages for the other stuff in a later video.